Hi, Charlie with Boxing Focus. Hughie Fury, Joseph Parker. An intriguing one, if not exciting. I suppose as a boxing fan, should be quite interested, and I will watch it live since it's on at UK times. But it seems to be lacking the buzz of a big heavyweight contest, even in Manchester. I mean, I might be mistaken. I might just not be following closely enough, but there just doesn't seem to be that much excitement around the fight. And I think it's because neither of the guys are really considered top dogs in the division. Obviously, Hughie Fury's still a prospect, essentially, and he's unfortunately been unable to fight for the last year and a half. Parker just hasn't looked that good. Still undefeated, not really beaten that many guys of note, and the better opponents he's faced, he's not really looked very good when he's been in the ring with them. So yeah, it's just one of those. It doesn't seem to have the ramifications at the top end of the division that it perhaps should do, considering it's a world title fight. I mean, really, we don't know how good Hughie Fury is. Still, a young lad, still improving. Parker, still improving, probably still learning. Didn't have much of an amateur career, so obviously got a lot of room to grow, but just doesn't seem to be that talented a boxer. Obviously very athletically talented, and when I say not talented, it's not that I don't think he's very good, but there's very good and there's world class, and I just don't believe that Parker is world class, nor will he ever be. Hughie Fury, I'm not convinced either, if I'm honest. He seems to be lacking for, I'll use the tired old trope, he seems to be lacking the X factor that his cousin Tyson has. Tyson Fury, love him or loathe him, he was always fascinating to watch. His fights, very interesting. Even the fights that were boring, he was doing something interesting. He came out and fought southpaw, or made a guy. I mean, he absolutely humiliated Derek Chisora in the ring in their second fight. It's like hands behind the back against Klitschko and stuff. It's just, and he would starch guys. I mean, look what he did to Cunningham. He would just knock guys out cold when he was a level above them. And Hughie Fury doesn't seem to have that. Doesn't seem to have those same qualities. The brawling, mixing it up, and really putting the heat on opponents that his older cousin has. So, I've got to commit to which way I think the fight's going to go. Try and keep up my 100% record. Sorry, 100%, not quite 100% record, but last three. I've got the last three in a row right, and to be honest, the betting side of this is not looking too good. The fight's quite close, so there's not many money-making bets. If you bet, if you were to be hedging, if I was betting more, I'd probably be hedging Parker by knockout against Fury by decision, aiming to make money on Hughie Fury by decision. As it is, I don't really fancy betting 20 quid to make 5. So I will probably end up putting a tenner on Hughie Fury to win by decision, using one of the special bets. I saw one 5-1 if Hughie Fury doesn't get knocked down, which I think he'll be able to move away from Parker enough to avoid that. Just stick behind his jab. I don't expect it to be that exciting a fight. I do have my spidey sense is tingling. I do sense a bit of controversy, perhaps because Parker's never fought out of New Zealand. They've kicked up a big stink about this with the referee not being neutral. Fairly, I would say. Just if Parker is losing on the cards, and obviously so, say 6, 7, 8 rounds into the fight, he might start getting a bit desperate and he might start fouling. So So I'm tempted, maybe if I can find a bet to put a pound on the disqualification. But I don't know. I don't really believe in that. I expect Hughie Fury to get a decision, and I just don't seem to have the belief in Parker that he'll be able to do much about it, to change it. But I could be wrong, which is why I would hedge if I was betting more. I just the Hughie Fury to win without getting knocked down is risky enough that I don't want to be wasting money by betting on different things, because Parker may well knock him down. He may well get through with a big bomb. He may well knock him out. Like I say, I'm not 100% sold on Hughie Fury yet. I don't think we've got enough footage or enough evidence in his professional career to know how good he is as a pro, because the pro is different to the amateurs. So yeah, I'm just going to go with a cheeky tenner on Fury to win by decision, and relatively, not comfortably, but relatively straightforwardly. So let's put it that way. Perhaps getting off the floor, perhaps not. Since I'm trying to make money, I'm just going to flip on the not. This is Charlie with Boxing Focus. If you've got an opinion, let me know.